don't know too many. Yeah, I don't know too many others.
Getting to Arizona now, their defense, they're known as the Desert Swarm. What does that mean? What kind of defense do they play?
They're a fast, aggressive defense, and kind of similar to ours. They all get to the ball. You know you're gonna get their best effort. So, what I take it as.
Arizona Stadium, a wild place to play. What are your memories from being there?
The red out that they had when we were there. Wild environment. It was fun.
That game 2 years ago, the way it went down, where does that rank against kind of like the craziest games that you've been a part of?
I would say just the fashion, how it ended, and how the whole game went. It's probably number one that game that I've been in. It was a great game. It was an exciting game. Pretty intense.
Fans were ringing the field ready to storm it, and you guys shut them up and sent them back into the stands. How good did that feel to know that they were there and you guys won?
It felt awesome. It felt great. Because it can be a comfortable feeling, as an opposing team to have fans rush the field. It's kind of like rubbing a loss in, and I'm glad we didn't have to take that.
There's stories that they throw stuff and they yell stuff. Do you notice that that's going on when you're out there?
After the game, you notice it because you're not as tuned in to the game. So after the game, you definitely hear it, definitely see things that you wouldn't normally see during the game.
You guys have to rush off the field last time to avoid? I remember reading back stories that Chip had to get everyone off the field for everyone's safety. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. It was a wild environment. They're upset they lost. It was a wild environment.
Defense you've seen on film, does it compare? There's big difference at all from the three defenses you've faced so far?
LSU obviously was probably the biggest defense so far that we faced. Obviously was the biggest defense, but it's a fast defense. They're a physical defense, so it's not much different. You have to approach the game the same way, the same attitude.
As you've watched D'Anthony's emergence over the last couple weeks, have you started to get excited again about what you guys can do all together? I mean, you showed some things in the LSU game, you and LaMichael and he playing together. Does that make you even more excited for what you can do together?
For a young kid to step in and do what he does, it's an amazing thing to see. And it's beneficial to our offense, so I'm definitely excited about it.
You've been on vacation for a couple of weeks. You ready to get back to work?
Definitely. I got tired of vacation. Vacation wasn't that great.
Were you able to stay in shape pretty well? Did you lose anything there?
I wouldn't say I was in the best of shape at the beginning of the week, but running with Coach Hood and Coach Campbell, I'm back in shape.
You talk about the craziness of Arizona. That pumps some teams up. You like that environment? Does that make it easier to play?
It makes the game fun. We have a loud, intense environment. Fans helping you. It's a lot of fun. It's a good environment to be in, especially being an opposing team.
You guys have played a lot of young guys. Have you had to talk to them? Have you guys talked to D'Anthony and the running back meetings about about what to expect in Pac-12 play as opposed to non-conference play?
Just as far as play goes, yeah, but as far as the environment, D'Anthony is a composed player. Nothing. I don't think will get to him.
What about the intensity of conference play, though?
Yeah, you tell them that now you take it down to a different level. Now this is where your season begins. You have to take each game at a time. As long as it's just as much as you would out of conference games, but now it's more important. This is what it comes down to.
Arizona's lost 7 Division I games in a row. Do you think they're going to come out just absolutely desperate for a win?
Without a doubt. They have nothing to lose. So we know for a fact we're going to get their best shot. And we know that they're going to come out and play, and we know they're going to win the game. Thanks.